Perspective just kind of depends on which one you have. Everybody's got one. Just depends on which one you're using, isn't it? We're going to talk about that today in the 100 Acre Woods. Join me for a few minutes. Here we go. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Randy, the RagamuffinPiper. You've probably heard the old saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure. Yeah. Perspective. We used to have a friend that, she cut my hair, she cut the missus' hair, and she used to say, one man's yuck is another man's yum. I still think that's funny to this day. That's an interesting perspective. Yep. Well, some housekeeping here. Got my Rattray Marlin. I think this is a Model 1 Marlin. It's a panel. You guys know it's a favorite. In there is some Bill's blend from you-know-who. And I was just thinking about perspective and how they're so different. We all have our own perspectives, and sometimes our perspective. I'm going to stop using such big words. Our viewpoints, our perspective, well, that can be so much different than somebody else's that you can't see that forest through your trees. Think about that one for a minute. Most of us shape our life views or our perspective by the way we were raised or something we've been through. Affects how we see things, right? Well, everybody does that. So sometimes when we look at somebody else and think, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? Perspective. One man's yuck is another man's yum. And sometimes poor choices make poor perspective, right? Yeah. It is what it is, as I like to say far too often, but it's true. What a wise person will do is try to value somebody else's perspective. It doesn't mean you change yours. It doesn't mean you tolerate things you shouldn't tolerate. It just means you see life through their lens for a minute. Sometimes our problems seem so huge. I know in my past I've gone through some things that were just, man, they were heavy, they were big. Comes and goes, still happens. It's always going to happen, right? It's always going to happen. But sometimes you need to get your perspective from here out to here. I heard it said one time that God views our world from a view way beyond orbit. He sees the whole picture. And I think that's the way we need to live sometimes. We focus on ourselves, but then we back up, look at the whole perspective. Look at the whole picture. Helps you put value in the right place. It's a pretty day. We've had some hot weather, and we've hot. It's been in the 80s, man. Hoping for some more rain because we're starting to dry out and the garden's getting thirsty. I look forward to some rain and a little bit of clearing, settling of the dust. It gives a new perspective. This feels like Sesame Street, driving down the word of the day here. I'll let that go. But if you're going through something big, or if you're on a mountaintop, doesn't matter whether life is good or bad, just remember there is a different viewpoint. There is a different viewpoint. And don't forget that when you get something bad, don't forget to view it from that other perspective. Like, I'll get through this. We'll get through it. And if we have to, we'll get through it here together. One of my favorite things to remember, and I think it affects your look, your outlook, it did mine so much, is when I used to go to the little t-ball games and the little baseball games. You know, if you watch professional sports, then you're watching the best of the best, and you know, they're up there making their flashy plays and everybody's cheering and people are getting mad when they mess up, and oh my gosh. People at home throwing things at the TV screen. I don't do that. But you know, that's pros, that's grown-ups playing, that's the best. But perspective is, go watch a t-ball game, go watch a little league game and see the joy and the fun. Now I know sometimes there's people all riled up there, and that's a good example of the wrong perspective. I love watching the little kids play, especially the t-ball kids. They're trying to hit the tee, they're trying to hit the ball, they hit it and then they want to go run and pick it up. They're so happy just to be there. Life lesson? Perhaps. What's their joy? They just want to participate. They just want to play the game. They just want to be there. They run to first, sometimes they run to third. I remember playing t-ball with some kids that had never played before, and that's the most fun. They don't even know what the bases are or what order they're in. And sometimes that's like life. I don't know which base I'm supposed to run to. I'm not sure which direction, or if I go pick up the ball that I just hit. I hope you understand that. Sometimes it's just fun to be involved and be part of the game. And that's where we come in. Perspective. God bless you all. We'll see you next time, and make it the best day yet. It's not easy sometimes, but when we hang in there and we see things as they should be from out here, and not so up close sometimes, can kind of help give you the right view. So until we see each other again, this is Randy, the RagamuffinPiper. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again real soon. Make it a great day. Do your best, one foot in front of the other, and we'll be together here again soon in the 100-acre woods. Bye-bye.